Okay, so we've had the European elections yesterday for the EU Parliament, and yeah, so a lot of the far right has been starting to take over now, and it's very dangerous. So this is a Euro News article. So meet the winners and losers in Brussels and across Europe. Yeah, so hundreds of millions of Europeans have voted to select 720 members of the European Parliament, and rising support for the far right prompted Emmanuel Macron to call shock early elections in France. With polls now closed for European parliamentary elections, it's clear who the winners and losers are across the EU's 27 member states. So Italy's leader, Giorgia Meloni, she's another far right leader, has cemented her role as a key Brussels power broker with an estimated 28% of the vote. French President Emmanuel Macron performed so badly he was pushed towards he was pushed to dissolve Parliament and call snap elections. You see, yeah, I think they've only just had their elections like a couple of years ago. It's supposed to be another few more years for the term. So the winners, France's far-right National Rally, were that's Marine Le Pen's party, another far-right, yeah, handing Macron a stinging defeat. And if she wins the elections in France, yeah, it's going to be really bad. More on that later, though. The right-wing EPP group, whatever that means, have remained the biggest group in the parliament, gaining 13 seats compared to 2019. Italy's Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni, secured her role as kingmaker in the elections. Losers, the Greens in Austria and Germany, performed a lot worse than expected. Yeah, so that's really bad. I'm not sure why they lost, what's happened. But yeah, Austria obviously has Austria. Who's Hungary? Orban. Hungary's Viktor Orban, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not sure what Austria's parliament is. Anyway, the Liberal Renew Group lost 20 seats compared to 2019 across different member states. So I think this is the first EU Parliament vote since the UK came out. Yeah, I think so. The Social Democrats in Germany, Chancellor Olaf Scholz, his party finished joint second with a far right AfD behind the EPP. The first estimate. A first estimate of election results produced by the European Parliament suggested the Green and Liberal Renew parties would lose each around 20 MEPs. Very bad. Potentially endangering the pro-European majority needed to bring back top officials and support EU laws. Yeah, so this is going to be really bad. When you've got snap elections in every country and if the far right get through, you're going to have more like Brexit referendums. They're all going to, it's going to put the EU at a threat if they all leave the EU and that. If far right governments they're going to get rid of Schengen, freedom of movement everywhere, and it's going to fuck the whole continent up. A projection released just after midnight and produced after all polls closed showed the Green Party taking just 53 MEPs compared to 72 in March 2024. So yeah, so they're down 19, I think. That makes 19. So it's really bad. Renew, spearheaded by Macron, fell from 102 seats to 83, the figure suggested. This led the French president to take the surprising move of dissolving the country's national assembly. I think that's their national parliament. That collapse in support for Macron's pro-business liberals accompanied rising support for parties considered more extreme on the political spectrum. So why didn't we go far left instead of far right? If even if some of those have not yet been allocated to political groups in the European Parliament. In France, projections suggest that the far-right National Rally (RN) party has secured a whopping 31.5% of the votes, more than twice the number gained by Macron. France needs a clear majority to operate in calm and concord. France's leader wrote on Twitter, "I've understood your message, your preoccupations, and I won't leave them without a response." So is this in French? Where's the mouse? There we go.
Défendre l'Europe, dont celui de la majorité présidentielle.
Yeah, I can't understand French. No. The far-right FPO also topped the poll in Austria, doubling its number of MEPs to 6 after gaining 25.7% of votes, according to European Parliament projection. In the latest forecast, far-right Alternative for Germany, AfD, came in third with 14.2%, up from 11% in 2019, and just behind the Social Democrats Chancellor Olaf Scholz. So this is what you can see is a parliament. So you've got, can't really see this because the left. Well, the left is in black. This is not red, which is very weird. So this is only like a small proportion. The Greens European Free Alliance, which I'm guessing is this area. Socialists and Democrats is all this area. Renew Europe, European People Party, Conservatives, JER, Identity, and non-attached members. So I'm guessing they're all independents. So these are all down. So at the moment, it looks like European People's Party have the biggest bloc, although kind of they're sort of, if you add all these together, yeah, it's not really. So exit polls suggest Meloni's Brothers of Italy, which belongs to the right-wing European Conservatives and Reformists grouping, has performed much better than the centre-left Democratic Party opposition, whose support is estimated at 23.7%. Forza Italia and Lega, two other parties in Meloni's governing coalition, don't appear to have fared so well, with 10.5% and 8% respectively. Those rightward trends are confirmed in Spain, Franco's country, obviously, in the past, where Vox is expected to increase its representation by 2 to 3 MEPs, while newcomers, the party Zeva, in the usual name, also identified as far-right populists, will gain their first ever 2 or 3 MEPs, exit polls suggest. After 4 days of voting, 4 days, the projections for the new legislative chamber are still not final. And now the Netherlands. In countries such as the Netherlands, voting took place on Thursday, and the latest poll projections. Hold on. And the latest projections suggest Geert Wilders, he's a twat, right-wing PVV party will scoop 6 seats. That swing was not as extreme as some had expected, enabling the Green Left Labour Alliance, which is forecast by the exit poll to take 8 Dutch seats in the European Parliament, to claim victory. That's one good thing at least. But still, the rest of it. The elections, the world's largest multi-state democratic exercise, determine which 720 members of the European Parliament get to deliberate on EU legislation over the next 5 years. It takes place after a turbulent period dominated by the COVID-19 pandemic and Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, plus a soaring cost of living that came to dominate voter concerns. Excuse me. Tasks ahead. Among MEP's first tasks will be to approve the candidate to lead the European Commission, with incumbent President Ursula von der Leyen hoping to secure a second term. I don't know where she stands politically, but hopefully we don't get like a far-right leader. No single party has a majority in the European Parliament, and votes are often decided issue by issue by finding a coalition that commands the required majority. The Chamber has always been dominated by its two large groups, the centre-right European People's Party and the centre-left Socialists. So is Mick Wallace and Claire Daly still in it, hopefully, for Ireland. They're the only good ones, really. The two lost their combined majority in the 2019 elections, since when they've had to form informal alliances with parties such as the Greens and Liberals, and projections suggest they're unlikely to regain in 2024. Yeah. So, yeah, so this thing's increased a bit, and this has gone down, this has gone down, this has gone up, this is bouncy. Yeah. Giants, yeah. So MEPs will also get to amend or oppose new legislative proposals, leaving the fate of the EU Green Deal an ambitious set of laws to cut carbon emissions in the balance. Yes, this is, if the far right get in, you can say goodbye to the Green New Deal and everything. It's fucking, oh my god. Very bad. Each country is allocated a set number of MEPs in line with population, ranging from 96 for Germany to 6 each in Cyprus, Malta, and Luxembourg. For the first time since direct elections began in 1979, the count won't include the UK. Shame. Yeah, that's whose 73 MEPs left after Brexit Day in February 2020. Absolutely shameful, that is. Like I said, over Farage, so now we're probably going to see more. And I think that's the end of it. Yeah. So, like I said, yeah, this is really bad news. If the far right get in, you're going to see more Brexit referendums, probably more people leaving the EU. It's going to put the EU as a whole and Europe in very grave danger. The Schengen's going to be finished. Freedom of movement for all countries. That's not good at all. And apparently, a lot of young people voted for the far right because they're now voting for the first time. I don't know the exact reasons. Maybe it's the economy, migration, other reasons. Yeah, but the left, we need to get together, work things out, and just we need to beat the far right because this is really bad. Yeah, so we need to keep an eye on this. We've got France's elections coming up soon, Belgium, probably a few others. Got to keep a good eye on this and please look after yourselves. Or yeah.